Hold on. Okay. Hopefully y'all can see me because we are just using natural light today. So hopefully you guys can see clearly and all. But today's topic is going to be about hormonal acne versus bacterial acne. I wanted to talk about this because I feel it's important to know the characteristics of acne so that when you are just looking at your skin and you're at home or you're trying to figure it all out, you can know what you're looking at, right? And when you know what you're looking at, you can go from there. So if you're seeing, some of these characteristics, you can pinpoint it down to, okay, this is hormonal, this is more so bacterial, and then you can treat it accordingly. Okay. If you do not know what you are dealing with, how can you treat it, or how can you get to the cause of it, or how do you know what your next step is when it comes to your skin? So we're gonna jump right into this. This is the difference between hormonal and bacterial acne. I did put a short up of this as well, but I wanted to come on live and talk about it so you guys have the opportunity to ask me questions. And I feel like also I can go into a little bit more depth here versus like in the short video. It's just like a little quick snapshot of information. For those of you guys who like to get to the point, but here we're going to let it like marinate and get into, the nitty gritty. All right. So we're going to first talk about hormonal acne. I have my notes here. So if you see me looking, that is why. Okay. So with hormonal acne, you're going to see that happen very, very commonly in the lower portion of the face. Okay. You see a lot of it on the chin, the jawline, the neck. And that's where you pretty much see it. Now, you can also have hormonal acne on the chest. It can happen on the back and also can be up on the shoulders. But typically and mainly when I've seen it, especially in women, it's more so on that lower jawline of the face. Okay. Also, keep in mind you can experience hairs. Usually people who have PCOS, they have that combination of they have excessive facial hair as well as that cystic acne in the lower region of the face. Okay. Now the type of acne that you are going to see when it is hormonal, it is going to be cystic. So it is going to be those nodules that are under the skin that are red, they're painful to touch, and you're going to see them here, of course, chin, you get them on chest and body as well. So they're going to be a little bit more of a painful cyst when it is hormonal acne. All right. Now, hormonal acne usually occurs around your menstrual cycle. So you will see a week before your menstrual cycle comes about, you will experience hormonal acne. And that's why it's called hormonal acne, because when your hormones take a dive, a change, a switch, usually you will see those cystic breakouts occur. Okay. So the type of acne when it comes to hormonal, it takes longer to heal. So it's not like your typical breakout of like a whitehead or a blackhead or whatnot. Cystic acne takes longer for it to heal. And they are red, they're swollen, they're more painful than your average like, whitehead breakout. Okay. Now, another way you can tell that it is hormonal acne is that no matter what you do when it comes to your typical skincare, so your typical acne skincare, salicylic acid, benzoyl peroxide, all that does not work. You can have a whole skincare routine and it does nothing for your skin. And that is how you will know that it's more hormonal. And a lot of times too, when it comes to hormonal acne, usually you have to get on something that regulates those hormones. So something like birth control, usually, you get what I'm saying? So it's a little bit more internal hormonal acne than anything else, right? If you guys can pick up what I'm saying, what I'm talking here, like it's more internal, and I think that's another reason why too with acne, I cover everything, because acne is not always just a surface level thing. Acne isn't just like, oh, I slept on a dirty pillowcase and now my face is breaking out. Acne is such a range of things. It can be something very small, and it can be something that is a lot bigger, like with your health. You know what I'm saying? So there's a big range when it comes to acne and the causes. And so hormonal acne is one of those causes where it's like, it doesn't matter what you use most times. It's just that you have to get in to see a doctor. I always say this, and talk about your options when it comes to regulating your hormones and getting your hormones together to where you don't have those cystic acne, happening over and over again. So yeah, so that is what hormonal acne is. All right. So we're going to jump into, actually, before we jump into bacterial acne, does anyone have any questions about hormonal acne? Does anyone have any questions about hormonal acne? Please, can you treat atrophic acne scars on cheek? Now, I'm not too familiar with atrophic. Are those the deep like scars from cystic acne? Atrophic acne, is that the deep scars? If those are the deep scars, usually, I mean, you can do, there's so many different treatments, like they have laser nowadays. The thing about it is that, okay, got it. So when it comes to those type of scarrings, they're so deeply embedded in the skin. No amount of skincare is going to get rid of that. Okay, usually you have to go and look for a dermatologist or someone who specializes in that type of acne scarring, because that's going to take a different type of treatment. You get what I'm saying? Once it's deep into the skin like that, that's a different level of skincare that needs to happen. And I can't even tell you that that's 100% guaranteed. Oral retinol tablets, I mean, I can't see, the thing about it too is like, I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you full on, because oral retinol tablets. So what is that? So what did your doctor say that's supposed to do? Because I'm curious. Because once the skin is scarred to like that amount of a degree, it's really hard. From the people that I have seen that have gone through that type of scarring when it comes to like that really pitted acne, is that it never really ever goes away. They do a lot of different treatments and things like that, but they still will have those scars because the scar is so embedded. You guys know how, like, you guys probably pretty much can get what I'm saying. Like, when you have a keloid or anything that happens at that point to the skin where it's so like it's traumatized a bit, like it's hard to get it to soften back out. So I don't know a lot about the oral retinol tablets as well. That's something that I'm going to have to do my own research on. Like I said, I learned a lot from you guys as well. So that's something, I didn't even know they had oral retinol. I know they had oral acne. It'll produce collagen since acne scar lost all collagen. Has she shown you any like before and after pictures of any of her her patients with that same condition? And see, this is the thing too. So it'll produce collagen since acne scar lost all collagen. And see, these are the questions. This is the reason why I like having this conversation with you guys as well, because those are questions that I feel need to be asked. I feel like if you're a doctor and you have been treating people, I need to see some type of work. Like I need to see, okay, so what has been the percentage of patients that you have given this to, that you have seen an improvement in their skin with the condition that they have? Because I don't know about that. To be really honest with you, she said that produces collagen since acne scars lost the collagen. See, and that's the thing, because I'm like, you can produce collagen, but if it's super duper scarred, I don't know about that. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, and I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one, because I just but all I can say is use it. Laser, and I was gonna say laser treatments, yes. I have seen a lot with laser treatments, and scarring improved drastically. So that's what I was saying, like more so laser treatments, I can see that working more than an actual topical or oral for the skin. So I just say, you know, you gotta go and do it, and then see how that works for you. But I would say laser as well, because that's my first thing I thought was laser. That's going to probably give you the best results that you're looking for. But I don't know about anything oral or topical. Now, if you want to support the skin, okay, orally, I get it. If you want to support the skin. And then retinol. I'm trying to figure out what's the connection between retinol and collagen. Because retinol usually resurfaces, but maybe it produces collagen as well. Interesting. Well, definitely I would say get laser, see how that works for you, but I'm kind of curious. I don't even have my pen on me, so I'm gonna have to make sure that I remember what you said, so I can look into it myself, because listen, this is the thing too, I love learning new things when it comes to skin. So when you guys come to me with like your own personal like situations, I love hearing about it, because I'm like, ooh, a new something to research. And then I'll be in here like a little science person, just what is this, what is that? So yeah, definitely. But yeah, I definitely feel like too, and I always tell people here, like, I'm a cosmetologist. I've been dealing with skin with people for so long, but I'm not a doctor. You get what I'm saying? So that's why when certain people come to me with skin conditions that are beyond what I can personally do for you, I always say, go see a doctor, go get the laser treatment, go see people who specialize in the furthering of you bettering your skin. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm not a laser tech. I've been thinking about it. I'm like, should I get into laser? I wanted to become a dermatologist, but I'm like, I don't want to go back into school. Y'all, I paid off all of my student loans from when I was in cosmetology. I just don't want to go back to school. I don't want to do it. And also too, sometimes with dermatology, I feel like they just push it for money. So I don't know. Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Oh, no, I'm out of school. I'm a cosmetologist. I've been cosmetologist for about 10 years now, maybe a little bit longer. Working in the field. I've been working with skincare for about 7 years now. So I'm a waxer. I do hair removal. So yeah, I've been doing that for about 7 years, and I've been studying skin. That's another thing too. I study skin all the time. I look at skin every day. So yeah, but yeah, okay. So now let's jump into bacterial acne. So we talked about hormonal acne and what that all entails, and now we're going to talk about bacterial acne. So bacterial acne, this is where you'll see it occur more in the T-zone. So this can be the forehead, the nose, the chin, the back. These are more surface level breakouts. They can be pimples or whiteheads. They can be whiteheads, blackheads, or even like red bumps on the face or on the skin. These breakouts happen more consistently, so they're not just around the time of month. These happen throughout the month at different times. You know, they're more consistent. And what triggers bacterial acne is just that, right? Not having a clean pillowcase, not washing your face properly, touching your face, and anything that introduces bacteria to skin creates bacterial acne. Okay, now bacterial acne is easy to avoid. You know, all you gotta do is clean up. Okay, all you gotta do is make sure you are cleansing your face, making sure you're keeping bacteria from the face. It's just quite easy, you know. But I think a lot of people don't realize the things that have bacteria, and I'm gonna talk about this in another video because I see it all the time where people will touch a door handle and then their fingers are all over their face, right? They're just touching things and then they're picking and they're doing this. The phones are your biggest bacteria hoarder, because your phone, you pick it up, put it to your face, sit it down, it's on the chair, it's in the bathroom, it's everywhere, right? And you put it to face, and guess what? Now you have a breakout. Now you have this and have that. So we're going to talk about that in another video. But bacterial acne is very easy to avoid if you are being mindful of what you are doing so that you don't introduce bacteria to your face. Now for me, it's really easy to like keep my hands away from my face because I got makeup on. So I'm like, if I touch my face, makeup's gonna be on my hands, and but so I'm very well at keeping my hands away from my face. So it's something that you should practice. Okay, something you should practice. So yeah, that is the difference between hormonal acne and bacterial acne. If you guys have any questions, I'm going to open up the floor once again for you guys to go ahead and ask your questions. Okay? Just a quick update too on my personal skin. My skin has been doing so good. Knock on wood, knock on paper. I am very impressed with how my skin is doing. And this is the reason why I tell people, like, I am I am not just someone who is on here spilling shit. Like, no, I legit am who I am, right? And my skin has been doing amazing. I have not had, I don't even want to say it out loud, because I feel like once I say it out loud, so I'm just going, but y'all know, skin looking good, okay? Skin is looking amazing, but it's just the little habits that you do day to day when it comes to your skin, when it comes to how you're cleansing your skin, when it comes to the products that you're using, what you're drinking, what you're consuming. I really want to put a big pin in that one. You guys have to also think about your diet. I can't stress that enough. You can't have clear skin if you are not eating correctly. You can't have clear skin if you are not drinking your water. So you have to understand, this goes hand in hand, okay? So you can be using all the products that are for your skin. You can be being consistent and still having breakouts, but you're not doing what needs to be done as far as what's happening on the inside, making sure everything is balanced. All right, so yeah, that's very key. That's very, very key. So yeah, so any other questions? You guys have any questions for me about skin? I need to braid my hair back up. I haven't had my hair in braids in so long, but I'm like, it's that time. It's that time. I don't feel like having my hair out anymore. Okay, well, we're almost at 20 minutes on here. And when it gets quiet, y'all know how I am. I'm here to bring you the information that is needed, and for you guys to ask the questions that is needed. And if nobody says anything, then we just go ahead and we dip, right? But before I go, definitely take a look at my 30-day skincare program. It is a program that is easy for anyone and everyone to understand. If you're someone who is new to skincare versus someone who is maybe a little bit more familiar with skincare, my skincare program just gives you that layout day by day of what you should be doing morning and night. to improve your skin in the next 30 days. I also created a 30-day program because let's say you have an event that you need to go to. Your birthday's coming up, you have a wedding, and you want to have your best skin, like, your best skin moving forward. I created a 30-day program so that you can have that guide for better skin. And also, I feel being consistent is a big thing that I talk about on here when it comes to skincare. So the thing with this 30-day program is that it's going to keep you consistent. It's going to keep you morning and night, every single day, what it is that you need to be doing. It's going to also have you track what it is that you need to be doing, and track what it is that you're using, so that you can look back and go, okay, what did I use yesterday? Or my skin hasn't really been feeling this product or that product. There are also product suggestions within my 30-day skin program, but this is a program that is just to keep you consistent, right? It is to keep you consistent. It is to help you with using the right products for your skin type, and it is just an easy layout for you to use. And not only for once, you can use it again and again and again, okay? And you can continue to use it as long as you need to, right? So I created that, and I also have other ebooks as well. I have an ebook on ingredients, so that you can be more familiar with ingredients, and very popular ingredients. It's like a little dictionary, if you will. I have how to create a skincare routine, a really simple ebook on that. It gives you the layout on how you can create that. I have a self-care ebook as well, just things that you can do in your day-to-day to take care of yourself, whether it's lighting a candle, getting your nails done, getting a facial, just little things you can do to make yourself feel better. Because as I say always, when you feel good, you can take on the world in any type of way. And as not just, I speak more so to women, but also men. But I always say, as women, when we feel good, we strive. Like, we excel in so many ways in our life, And a lot of times, like, I've been working in the beauty industry for so long, and when I'm done servicing a client and they feel like, you can just see their confidence just, even if it's just doing their brows, you can see their confidence just light up, and they're just ready to go and go back to work, or their weekend is about to begin. They're going to go have brunch with their girls. But it makes a big difference when you feel good about yourself. And these are things that matter to us. So having great skin, taking care of yourself, those things contribute to you feeling your best. And I love that. Like, I love making women and men feel their best and having the best skin to move forward into the day, right? So that's a little that probably was a little bit pulled, but you know what I'm saying, like, that's how I feel about it. So it's much deeper than just skin, and I always say that there are roots to skin, right? There are things to skin. It is tied to so much. Our skin is our biggest organ, and it goes deep. And when you realize how deep it goes, it's not just what you put on it, it's how you nurture it mentally, spiritually, emotionally. But it has so many ties. I don't want to go too deep into it, right? Too deep into it. But the skin speaks. You know what I'm saying? The skin is I always say it is it's our little alarm system, right? So a lot of times when it comes to skin, it's going to show you what's going on internally. It can be stress, it can be something medical, it can be something emotional, it can be any of that, but it's going to show you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's going to tell you, hey, something's not going right over here. And a lot of us may ignore it, like, oh, it's just a little darkness. Oh, it's just a little rash or something. No, your skin is telling you that there's something going on, whether it's a product it doesn't like or the manager at your work it doesn't like. It's telling you something, or your living conditions, you know what I'm saying? Or, your skin speaks to you in so many ways. So that's your first alarm system, really, before anything else goes, right? But we ignore those little things because we think, oh, it's just a little whatever. You get what I'm saying? So I also encourage you to look in the mirror. Start looking at your skin. Start feeling your skin. Does it feel soft? Does it feel rough? Are there any bumps? Could it be better? What are some ways you can improve it? Like, become one with your skin. And I mean, that may sound a little, but your skin is the tell-all. You know, I can look at somebody's skin and know like what they've been doing, right? But I'm not gonna go too long on a tangent. Not gonna go too long on a tangent, but yeah. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this live. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yeah, so make sure you are doing something for your skin today. Make sure you are taking care of yourself, putting yourself first in some way. And I will see you guys in the next live.